give a shit about you. They don't care. When you are performing, when you are putting your name on something, publicly, you are the person that people are coming for. So in my opinion, morally and ethically, it's your responsibility to make sure that the events that you're bringing people to are safe. The first thing I want to talk about is the videos that I've seen defending Travis. They speak from a more technical point of view, from his perspective as a performer. And they say the idea is that Travis is not as responsible for what happened because he is a performer, he's on stage, it's not his job to do these things, so on and so forth. And I agree with that to an extent. We know how many people have passed, we know how many people have been injured, and we've seen the response from Travis and Kylie. As far as I know, Live Nation hasn't really put anything out, as at least that I've seen. It would be irresponsible of us as the public to not at least acknowledge the fact that somebody has gotten permanently injured at one of his concerts because of what he was encouraging this person to do. Another thing that people have mentioned is that there were kids as young as, why was there somebody as young as 10 years old at this concert? And we need to point out the ethical ambiguity of the entertainment industry. And I have a whole theory about that. I 100% believe that entertainment is very much pushed by our government so that we have something else to pay attention to. So government wouldn't really care what happens in this scope because it's there to distract us. It's not really there to teach us morals, but because it's grown so big, you have people that are seeing it as something that is teaching morals and teaching how people should be. Musicians, singers, actresses, all of these people are not supposed to be our moral idols. They're not supposed to be people that we want to model ourselves after. But that is how they make money, and that's why it's pushed. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I want to talk about Kylie's statement. And I want to talk about the video of her up there in the VIP watching the concert looking concerned. Maybe that's just her resting face. Maybe she's going through pregnancy hormones. Maybe she's just not having a great day. But you are at your baby daddy's concert with your sister. Kendall was there as well. So wouldn't you think that she would be smiling, she would be happy? But instead she's looking out around, like she's looking around her at the crowd, and she's not smiling. She does look like she's concerned. And then that brings into question her statement, which said that, they didn't know, Travis didn't know, so on and so forth. It was in front of your face. This was probably one of the biggest casualties at a concert in North America, at least in recent years, like within the past 5-10 years. How could you not see what was going on in front of you? Live Nation, they do a lot of concerts. They're connected to a lot of people. And we know that people who are in high-powered positions in the entertainment industry, they're not exactly great when it comes to ethics and morals. Why are we as people still supporting this industry purely for entertainment value? I don't think people realize the insignificance of the entertainment industry as a whole. The whole point of the entertainment industry is purely for entertainment. Entertainment in and of itself, sure, it lightens your mood, it helps you get through your day and things like that, but why are we living lives where we have to pay attention to entertainment to get through our days? Do you see where I'm coming from? Does this make any sort of sense? My point is, the entertainment industry is corrupt. Something like this was bound to happen sooner or later. Why the fuck are we supporting these people that we know in the back of our heads? I'm talking about adults, I'm teenagers. Okay, fine. They're very easily impressionable. They'll believe anything that they see. And they obviously don't want to listen to their parents because we know how that works. As adults, I'm talking about people in their 20s going to these concerts, people in their 30s going to these concerts, buying the movies, buying the books, all these things. I'm guilty of it as well. Of course I am. We have to look at why we're doing these things, and is it really something that we should be investing in as a society? Is this something that is worth it for us? Or should we do this instead, which is actually what people are trying to do, which is pick out the ones that are morally reprehensible or the ones that aren't acting when there's huge catastrophes that happen, like at the Astroworld concert, And do we pick and choose who we want to support? That would be great if it was possible. I don't believe that this in itself is something that is possible, because even the best people, the most amazing human beings that you have met in your life that aren't celebrities, they are connected to someone or something that is morally reprehensible, or they are tied down to something where they can't speak up the way that they want, or they are forced to act in a certain way because of people that you would not support. Everything is connected. Everybody in the entertainment industry, like you've heard this many times, Hollywood is it's a very small world. Everybody knows everybody. And when you have people that are in power that can give you opportunities, can give these people opportunities, oh, my ear is like super itchy. Okay, anyway, when you have people in power that can give people these opportunities, it doesn't like, imagine it this way. You just graduated from whatever program you're in and you're ready to go into your field. You are at the bottom of the ladder, which means that there's somebody at the top of the ladder. And then there's a hierarchy. There always is. In life, there's a hierarchy and it goes down. You at the bottom of this ladder are trying to please not just the person that's directly above you, but the person that is way above them, so that you can continue to get opportunities and so you can continue to work in the field that you want. People who are in entertainment are just people at the end of the day. So they want those opportunities like anybody else in any other field that people have studied or worked for. It makes sense. So I would hate to say that we gotta throw the whole industry out, but I believe that there needs to be a gutting of the people who are at the top. Okay, sounds good. I will see you soon. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm gonna have to end this video quickly. That's kind of what I want to talk about. Like, we know that the lawsuit that Travis, Live Nation, and Drake apparently are facing could be in the billions. And I've also heard that, you know, Kylie and Kris Jenner, they're trying to separate themselves from this whole situation. Typically, huge, large companies have people that are not great in charge of them. Like, we've heard of cutthroat business people, and when it comes to entertainment, that's all it really is. It's just cutthroat business people making money off of artists. And then when the artists get big enough, you know, it's not like This Is South Korea, where you have these entertainment companies that are extremely strict with their idols, quote unquote, and like what their idols can do and what their idols can say and all of these things. In North America, our entertainers have much more freedom than there. So you have to look at both sides. Travis himself, just from, you know, stories that I've read online over the years, and people that have, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you know, like a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend has like met him. They never really have like amazing things to say about him. So at best, he's that guy in your class that is never really paying attention to anything other than what he's doing, which he chooses to do. Like, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. He just does what he's doing and doesn't pay attention to anything else, and he doesn't care what is happening outside of him. That's, from what I gather, the type of person that Travis is. And when it comes to Kylie and the gender, like all of that, we already know that they're not they're not good people. They've never been good people, at least when it comes to their friends and family. How many times, and I know like all families fight, all this and that, but at the end of the day, I mean, like with that whole Jordan situation, how many boyfriends, men, whatever, have the Kardashians, the Jenners, whatever, stolen from their close friends that are like family to them, who have to sign NDAs to be around them, who they're extremely choosy with? Why would you treat someone like trash that you have vetted so much unless you see people as replaceable? And anybody that sees people as replaceable like that is not somebody that I would consider a good human being, or even like a neutral human being. Like, I would not want that person in my house. I would not want somebody like that in my life. So why are people like that idols? They weren't born with their looks. They just were not. So what exactly are you looking up to? They're not extremely intelligent. They're not like, at least by their own standards, like Kim's been trying to be a lawyer for God knows how long, but she failed the test twice at this point. So why are these people our idols, and why are we so disappointed in them when we all know in the back of our heads how corrupt the entertainment industry is and how fake all of it is? They can say that they haven't had plastic surgery, they can say that they didn't know what happened at the concert, they can say whatever they want to say, but the truth is, they just don't care. You, the person that is going to their concert, paying hundreds of dollars, they do not give a shit about you. They don't care. Of course, there are some celebrities that are like, okay, like, you do care about your fans, sort of. We don't know these people personally. We don't sit at their dinner table and learn about their private lives. They choose what to show us. And if that's difficult to understand, imagine it this way. You and your parents. You choose to show your parents certain things when you become a certain age and when you reach a certain maturity. You don't tell your parents everything. You only show them what you want them to see. And that's on a small scale. That's with people that put you on this earth. You can do that. And you're just a normal, average person. Maybe you're not even working. Your bank account doesn't have money in it, whatever. You are still able to do that. So imagine somebody that you don't know in person. You don't know this person. They are adults. They're in the entertainment industry, an industry that's known for being fake, that's known for being corrupt. And you expect them to act better? You expect them to do better? These people are not, they're not supposed to be our idols. They're not supposed to be people we look up to. They're there purely for entertainment. And it seems like everybody's forgetting that that's all that they are to us as a society. All they are is entertainment. You can't take what they say at face value. With Travis, the only thing we should really be consuming from Travis Scott is his music. We should not care who he's dating. And the fact that you have the Kardashians that got famous for doing nothing, I don't believe they got famous for doing nothing. I believe they did a lot of people and things. They don't have a specific talent to speak of. If they just don't. So there's nothing really for us to consume from them other than their beauty, which they purchase. I'm sure they eat well, I'm sure they exercise, but I know people who eat well and exercise and their noses don't suddenly go from being a little bit chubbier to being upturned and pointy. Diet and exercise doesn't do that. Whoever your favorite person is, they have to please the bottom line. They have to please their boss. You don't know these people. How can you expect so much more from them? Take everything with a grain of salt. Like, it almost feels like as a society, it's like we've been rebirthed or something, and everybody is just extremely naive and expects so much better from the people around them, when in reality, people are disappointing. Every single person in your life is going to disappoint you at some point or another. So why are these people that you know they're part of a fake industry, you know that they're not moral, they're not ethical, like, you know this, at least we can safely say most of them aren't. And if they are, they have to please somebody who isn't. And even then, we don't know. We don't know these people. So take them for what they are, which is entertainment. Hold them accountable for what they've done or what they haven't done. But then follow through with the consequences. And by consequences, I mean stop buying their concert tickets. Stop buying their merchandise. Stop buying their makeup and beauty products. Stop, just stop. That is the only way to make these people at least care more, right? And in this situation, I personally don't think that anything is really going to come of this Astroworld catastrophe, because you're dealing with people that are high-powered individuals. You're dealing with people that have the best lawyers that money can buy, and money talks. This is the thing. It doesn't matter if you're right if you can't prove it. People will believe someone who sounds like they know what they're doing versus somebody who actually knows what they're doing or what they're talking about. That's just how it is. This whole situation just drives me, it just drives me up a wall, because it's in your face. Like, it's right here. The writing's on the wall. It's right here for people to see, but nobody is actually looking, or people want to be willfully ignorant. It's easy to pass the blame. The only way that we're going to make real change is if we look in at ourselves and figure out what we can do to actually fix the problem or help fix the problem. Because in situations like this, with people that have this much money, this much influence, there is nothing that we as a people can do other than pull our support as a consequence for when they do something shitty, or when they do something in this situation that is absolutely awful. Travis holds the majority of the responsibility because he's the reason that people went there. And he has a history of encouraging people to hurt themselves, and one person is still in a wheelchair because of one of his other concerts. The writing's on the wall. Just read it. Thank you for watching my video. If you've gotten to the end of it, that's great. I'm sorry for ranting. I'm sorry for rambling. If you like this video, like it. If you have something to say about the situation, comment down below. If you want to follow me on my other social medias, you can. You don't have to. You're only really going to do it if you really want to. So if you want to, I hope you take a second to do it. And that's it. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye.